List of basic and advanced strategies for coping with urges and cravings. You can practice and refine these so they work best for you. The first 14 are the easiest to learn and do. The advanced strategies in the next video will require deeper self-knowledge and more practice. It's important to discover which one works for you and then practice them frequently. After a while, you won't need to practice them because you'll become part of your life. You won't even have to think about them. Number 1, avoid. Stay away from triggers that lead to urges. Avoid situations, sensations, or stimulation that may bring on an urge. The early in recovery that you identify high-risk cues that triggers urges. The early you can start avoiding them and escape when unexpectedly faced with them. And strategy number 2, escape. Get away from the urge-provoking situation. If you find yourself there, leave immediately. Number 3, distract yourself. Concentrate on something other than your urge. Distract yourself with activities you enjoy, especially if the urge is intense. Simple activities such as counting objects or saying the alphabet backwards can fill up your attention so that you can have nothing for the urge. Focusing on your hierarchy of values is a very positive form of distraction. Number 4, develop coping statements. Instead of thinking, I deserve a drink because I have to deal with X problem, tell yourself, even though it sucks that I have to deal with X problem, drinking isn't going to help me. Number 5, review your CBA, means cost-benefit analysis. It may not turn off the discomfort, but it may help you maintain your motivation to resist your urge. It may help to review it regularly, even when you're not having an urge. Number 6, rate your urge. Write it in your urge log. Put it into perspective and look for exaggerations. On a scale from 1 to 10, rate its intensity. Are you exaggerating? Compare the discomfort of resisting the urge to another uncomfortable thing, such as being boiled alive or having your fingernails pulled off. Number 7, recall the moments of clarity. Think of a moment when you realized using was a problem for you, or a moment when you knew that changing your addictive behavior was, without question, the right thing for you to do. Number 8, recall negative consequences. When you feel an urge, you may think only of the benefit of using. To create a more accurate picture, carry that thought through to include negative consequences that follow. For example, if you give up smoking and a cigarette urge arises, you may fantasize about how good it feels to inhale the smoke. And carrying that thought through means you'll also remember how badly you coughed when you walked up the flight of stairs. Number 9, picture your future. Visualize yourself in the near future, feeling good about resisting the urge. For example, paint a mental picture of getting up early Saturday morning without a hangover. Number 10, use the past. Recall successful resisting urges in the past. Remind yourself that urges will pass and how you have routinely resisted them. Number 11, ride the wave. Observe the urge and visualize that you are surfing a wave that grows. The crest, it weakens and disappears. Number 12, call on role models and coaches. Talk to others who have mastered coping with their urges to learn from their experiences. Smart meetings and SROL message boards and chat rooms are filled with people farther along in the recovery who are willing to encourage and support you. Number 13, reach out for social support. Talk with a non-judgmental and supportive person. It's helpful to have a list of people you may call when you're feeling a discomfort of your urge. Let them know how they can help you because they may not intuitively know. Number 14, last but not least, accept the urge. Recognize it as uncomfortable and hold it at distance. Experience it as you would at any passing thought. Observe it as an outside object. See it, but don't evaluate it. Acknowledge it as something that used to be a problem. Then return your attention to whatever you were doing. Don't turn the urge into a bigger issue by pretending it doesn't exist. Look forward to the next video on the advanced strategies for coping with urges and cravings. See you then.